All right, it was going on, missioners. Cycloptic part 2. Now, personal year 11. So cycloptic from my perspective does not mean that cycloptic does not mean that I'm stubborn. Even though Aquarius is known to be stubborn. I mean, stubborn in a negative way, let's put it like that. It means this is the life that this is who I want to become. Because I even thought earlier today, I'm ready to submit to the person I want to become. And that means that all the old ways I gotta put behind me. And that first starts with the tongue and how I speak to myself. But also in the understanding that you have to be willing to say, this is what I want, this is who I want to become, and I won't stop until I get what I want. And I have to become cycloptic, and I have 90 days, and I think I'm gonna transfer that over into my 1 year. But even though that's the number of Leo, which is the opposite sign, so that means that my heart has to be aligned, not just my head. And that's another challenge in and of itself. And I have to reconstruct my willpower more than ever before. So it's not just mental anymore. It's not just mind, it's willpower. So that means everything that my willpower is okay, but it's not as strong as it should be. I'll have to strengthen my willpower, so I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But what I would say is cycloptic does not mean negatively stubborn. It just means that you have to say, this is who I'm willing to become, and I'm not willing to fold unless I become that. And the first way to truly adopt that is by having friendships or relationships that are conducive to that lifestyle. And I don't know, what I've been saying recently is I meet a lot of phonies. Like, here's what I mean by phonies. Meaning, like, people who I think they're more than what I perceive them to be. And then when I test them to be what they say they are, and it's scary because it's like, I guess that's a reflection of me. When I test them to be who they say they are, they start running. And I never understood that. Like, I never understood the last person I was partnering with, I was only pushing her to be what she said she was. And she flipped it on me, saying that it was my fault. And I'm like, sweetie, I didn't have a book. I didn't have an email from you that says we writing this book. I didn't see any of that. All we had was conversation. And I said, at the end of the day, I'm just the additive. And it was fascinating to me because you know why? And like I said in my previous lives, that she felt a way because she's around the Libra. all day. She's around, she's having sex, she's having kids, she's having all of that with a Libra man. So when an Aries temperament, and she says she has Aries friends, but I highly doubt she's dealing with them on a really serious level. Because I said, if you taking what I say personal, like I'm trying to attack you, that's some Libra shit. When I said, due to my Mars North Node, Mars teaches me a lot. You don't got forever. And you know what haunts my Aries ass? When I look back and I say to myself, damn, I could have became more. But the universe, in this cycloptic nature, is forcing me to focus on myself and saying, just reminding me you're not going hard enough. And when you become cycloptic, a lot of stuff stops mattering. And unfortunately, I'm becoming cycloptic under dangerous pressures. And that's something as well that I really want to learn how to break. Is to stop waiting for life to fuck me up for me to get right. And that means I gotta get really spiritually in tune so I can heed the next move. So be like, in other words, all right, when I be like, all right, it's time to change, and I do something else. Because really, when shit keeps hitting the fan, I'm getting real sick of it. I'm not gonna hold you. And cycloptic doesn't mean, again, I want to leave you with this. Cycloptic does not mean, in this regard, being overly negative about stupid shit.